Welcome to Bahasa Indonesia, Lesson 11, Lesson 11, all taken from How to Master the Indonesian Language. Plurality. Don't worry so much about plurality. It's usually by context. We'll go through the examples, but this isn't anything worth worrying about too much. You'll find that nearly always in Indonesian, it will be understood from the context whether there's a plural meaning. 1. Dari jauh kami melihat rumah-rumah. From a distance we could see houses. 2. Pohon-pohon itu semua hijau warnanya. All of the trees were green. 3. Guru-guru datang bersepeda. The teachers came by bicycle. 4. Pemimpin itu berbicara di depan mahasiswa-mahasiswa. The leader spoke before the university students. 5. Mobil-mobil itu baru datang di Pelabuhan Tanjung Priok. The cars have just arrived at the Tanjung Priok Harbour. 6. Bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu. Now this is one thing that you do here. They open speeches very commonly with bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibu, ladies and gentlemen. But repetition is not necessary, and that's the truth. The examples here are 1. 1. Tiap orang mempunyai mata untuk melihat dan telinga untuk mendengar. Every person, or each person, has eyes to see and ears to listen. 2. Adik saya suka pada binatang. You don't need to say pada really there. Adik saya suka binatang. My younger brother or sister likes animals. 3. Bapak memelihara ayam. Bapak memelihara ayam. Father raises chickens. 4. Semua hadirin duduk di kursi. All the attendees sat on chairs. When plurality is already indicated by numerals and words denoting quantity, well, of course, when we have a number in there, we don't need to denote, and we don't have to repeat the noun. 4 orang pegawai. 4 employees. 5 buah becak. 5 becaks, 5 pedicabs. Banyak orang, many people. Semua sekolah, all the schools. Beberapa surat, a few letters. Sedikit rumah, a few houses. B. Sometimes the adjective qualifying the noun is doubled to indicate plurality of the noun. Not really. I wouldn't have said this was such a, or even worth mentioning. Usually if we double the adjective, it's really qualifying that something's more so. For instance, enak is delicious. Enak would be really delicious. But he gives the examples here of 1. Dia membeli kue yang enak-enak. And he's suggesting that by doubling enak, that kue being cake or sweetmeats is becoming plural. Well, I wouldn't have said that myself. 2. Kami melihat gunung yang tinggi-tinggi. We saw mountains that were very tall. 3. Anaknya pintar-pintar semua. All the children are very smart. 4. Dari kapal terbang kami melihat gedung yang bagus-bagus. From the aeroplane, we saw the buildings that were very good. C. Plurality is indicated by putting the word para before nouns expressing persons or groups of persons. This is very true. Para pendengar yang terhormat. Dear listeners. 2. Presiden kita berbicara di depan para menteri. The president spoke before the ministers. 3. Beliau mengucapkan selamat datang kepada hadirin. He said welcome to all the attendees. 4. Para pegawai berkumpul di depan kantor. All the workers, all the office workers or public servants perhaps in this case, gathered before the office or gathered in front of the office. There. Repetition followed by the suffix an denotes variety. This is again very true, this one. Buah-buahan, all sorts of fruits. Sayur-sayuran, all sorts of vegetables. Bunyi-bunyian, all sorts of sounds or musical instruments, he says here. Tari-tarian, all sorts of dances, all sorts and varied dances. Numbers, ordinal numbers. The first, it says here kesatu. Well, I've never heard people say kesatu because they usually say yang pertama. Pertama, yang pertama. The second, yang kedua. The third, yang ketiga. Yang keempat, etc., etc. Yang ke-10, yang ke-15, yang ke-1000. All of those things are fairly obvious. The 10th, the 15th, the thousandths. 1. Satu. Pada hari yang pertama, banyak orang tidak datang. On the first day, many people didn't come. 2. Siapa mendapat hadiah yang ketiga? Who got third prize? 3. Ini pelajaran yang ke-12. This is the 12th lesson. We do not use the ordinal numbers in connection with dates and the word class. For example, dia lahir pada tanggal 20 bulan Maret 1952. He was born on the 20th of March 1952. Saya pikir dia berangkat tanggal 3 bulan ini. I think he leaves on the 3rd of this month. Anak saya duduk di kelas 3. My child is in class 3. We quite often use the word duduk, meaning to be in the class of somewhere. Dia mengambil kartis kelas 1. He took a first class ticket. Fractions are formed by adding the prefix per to the cardinal number. A third is sepertiga. 1/3, but always sepertiga. So seperempat is a quarter, seperlima is a fifth. The examples he gives here is 2/5, 2/5, 2 seperenam, 2 1/6, 3/7, 3/7, but a half is always setengah. Tengah meaning the middle. Good luck with it all. Until the next lesson, selamat belajar.